Hi everybody, welcome to Big OGGIE Golf. Welcome to what will be a 6-hole video, mainly to do a update about the Cornish Quest. It's been a couple of months now since I announced I was going to do the Cornish Quest, trying to play all the courses in Cornwall and around the Devon and Cornwall border. And it's taken this long to actually get it, not necessarily completely organised because there's a few things to work out yet, but to get as many of the courses on board as possible. There are 2 that haven't contacted me yet. I'm going to go and film at Merlin, my home course today, just to tell a bit of golf on the channel, but it's not very far from St Q. So I popped into St Q because St Q is one of the only 2 courses that haven't said yes, no or maybe. Just going to pop in and see them. Little personal visit, never been here before. Looks a lovely little course. Hopefully going to say yes, but you don't know. And then we'll go on the course at Merlin and have a little chat about the Cornish Quest and what's going to be happening over the summer and beyond. Well, I must say I've been to some unusual places in my time, certainly travelling around different golf courses. This is St Q. It's lovely. It's really beautiful. It's got a beautiful little course, great little driving range, and there's nobody here. The doors are open. There's 2 cars in the car park. I can't see them on the course. I've been calling out to anyone in the offices or anywhere else. The whole place is open. The range is open, but there's no one here. I tried ringing them, they're on answer machine. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes in case someone does appear. Maybe they're out on the course or something, but yeah, it's a beautiful little course. I really hope they're going to get involved in our Cornish Quest. So far, they remain elusive. Well, that was brilliant, actually. I've just spoke to a member who's playing on the course. I think he's the only one on there today playing on the course. A gentleman called Hayden. Hi, Hayden. I did say I would mention you. And I've given him my card, so we might get a game here at some point. He said that they've got an honesty box, and they open the place, and then if they're not around, you just basically put the money in and play. Obviously, at the moment, there's no one about. I think they're on holiday. So I've left messages. I've written a note in the honesty box, left my business card. Nothing else I can do right now, but we would love to come and play her. It's just a quirky little place, and why not? Needs a bit of publicity, and it's just one of those kind of little hidden courses. Anyway, let's go over to Merlin, play 6 holes. Wow, it's going to be hot today. I'm going to find my hat, get some sun lotion on, because we're going to need that factor 50 today. So, here we are at Merlin Golf Club. Merlin Golf Club is my home course, and haven't been back for a couple of weeks. You saw the video, not the last video because that was Neil's, one before, and the weather was horrendous. 30-40 mile an hour winds. I smashed my microphones. They're now in Holland, or en route to Holland to be fixed. I know. I thought we smashed the camera, but we're okay, at least camera wise. So we're on a shotgun mic today. So if I do have very long putts, you won't hear me. I'll have to shout, okay? We're going to play holes 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, because I tend to film the first 6 and the last 6. We thought we'd do these. What are we going to do today? Well, some people I've seen on YouTube recently, and a couple of good friends of mine, they've been doing help for high handicappers by saying only play irons, don't play the clubs you're not very good with. So we're going to give that a try today. I've got all my clubs here obviously, but I'm going to just play irons and see what happens. We've got the extra shots, let's use them. I think it's to break 100, but, so we'll see what happens today, and after that I'll decide if it's actually a good idea or not. I'm undecided, I'm not sure, but we shall give it a try. So we're going to play holes 7 up to 12. Yeah, so our plane behind me, this is near Newquay Airport. Merlin is near Newquay Airport. It's a beautiful course. Right now it's been sun-baked for about at least 2 weeks, like everywhere else in this part of the country. So it's going to be interesting for putting today. Everything's running really well. Just going to let these lads finish this hole, and then they're going to tee off here, and then we can crack on. Before we carry on, so we're going to talk on the course in between a few of the holes about the Cornish Quest. Just want to mention the Big OGGIE Charity Golf Day. It's on the 29th of August, Tuesday 29th of August, the day after Bank Holiday Monday, at Thorn Golf Club, £55. We've got 6 spaces left now. I'd like to get them filled up so we can crack on with organising prizes, etc., and promoting the day on behalf of Man Down Cornwall, the mental health charity. So if you want to take part, please go and look at the website, biguggigolf.com. You'll see the tickets on there. Click the button buy yourself a ticket. 6 left. Come on, let's get this finished. Then we can crack on with the rest of the year, which includes the Cornish Quest. Let's hit some balls and we'll talk about that. Oh, and yes, I have tied up my whiteboard at home, so you'll see it all in its glory. Good, bad and indifferent. Okay, so I've not played any holes today. We're very straight at hole number 7. 160 yards according to the sign, 162 I think on my watch. Been no warm up, probably should have done one. See how it goes today. I'm using a 5-iron. A little bit to the right. And back in the bushes. See what happens. Now my worry with this idea is that you don't get a lot of distance with irons, certainly a high handicapper, and maybe that's the worry for a lot of high handicappers, but you've got the extra shots. So we carry on. So, wasn't my best shot of the day. I'm 52 yards out. It's flagging, the green is in a bowl, so you just got to get over into the bowl. Use that extra shot. I'm going to use a little 50 wedge. That's okay. It's just on the left hand edge of the green. You probably won't see that, but that's where it is. So I'm about 20 odd feet with a definite left to right slope. You might see that on the camera. And the green should be pretty quick. So it's a tough old shot. First part of the day, let's just check the speeds here. Oh, that's pretty good. I would take that every day. So I can just put that in. So we'll take a 4, which is what we want. Carry on. So we're on to hole number 8, which is a par 4, but theoretically you've got probably 2 shots if you're that kind of high handicapper. So you've got to think about the par 6. Now my problem is I've only got a 5-iron, you saw before, didn't get very far. Just going to keep working along. Just got to get on that green for about 4 shots. It's a duff and it's a roll, but it's dry, so we keep going. And that's the problem with high handicapping. When you duff an iron, it doesn't go very far. When you duff a wood, as long as it's relatively straight, it'll go further. So, as we all know by now, that wasn't a very good shot, but that happens. And I've still got, well, just about through 290, and I'm now going to do it in 5 shots. Okay, still, that's okay. Just hit one clean, Tom. That's better. The thing about the iron game when you play like this is you've got to be confident, but you've also got to be consistent. And do high handicappers get consistency? We shall see. That's why this is a bit more genuine, I would guess, than a good player using iron to explain the same thing. Okay, so that was much better. Clean shot, decent distance to me. I am now 150 yards, so 140 yards uphill, 150 yards. I can't expect any more than that. It's going to become the 5-iron show right now. But that's kind of the distance I need. Another decent shot will be good. A little bit low, a little bit left. But in this weather it's rolling, it'll be close enough. That'll do. Okay, so I'm about 30 yards away from the middle of the green. Ideally we need to be on the green with this shot. I'm going with 54 because I need to practice my wedges. It's very hard ground though. Been told the greens are not holding. But that's not bad. It's going to go a little bit kind of expected. So again, got a very long putt, well, very long putt. Let's try it first, see what happens. Great, so 24 4 and slightly downhill. Could just be another tap again. Yeah, going to take that, aren't we? We are. So, on in 4. That's a 6. It's kind of where you want to be. Get on the green in the shots for the hole. So par 4, get on in 4. If you get it in 1, you birdied it for yourself. Get it in 2, you're still in the game. So, I've just let a couple of lads play through. We're on hole number 9, 385 yards par 4, which again, theoretically, I guess when you're trying to break 100, you've got a couple of shots again. So let's not panic about hitting the ball too far or too hard. Let's just say that. Because these things can make everything go wrong. Going with a 6 iron, because I just fancy to change into a 5 iron. And also I don't think I'm hitting the 5 iron that well off the tee, strangely enough. We'll give it a 6 iron anyway, see what happens. Ground is very hard today. Hard to get a tee into the ground. Indeed, if you actually need one. So, just don't go a bit further, we get out of the way. Okay, going 6 iron. It's a change from a 5 really. Nice and steady. That's probably my best shot of the day. Been struggling with this 5 iron. So, again, change to 6. Got plenty of shots. Not going to affect the distance that much with that. That's gone better than the 5s today off the tee. So, about 160 yards that was really good. So the lads are near the green, they're 200 and odd yards plus to go, so we're just going to hit another 6 iron. Nice and steady, job. A little bit out to the right. Not exactly a slice, but kind of stepped out there a little bit. That's okay though, got a shot in from there. Okay, because you won't actually see in a minute, those lads just finished on the green is just there. Beautiful view with the airport in the background. Plane landing by the look of it. Our ball is over on the right hand side, so we'll show you that in a second. I'm 104, I'm going to go 9 iron because there's a bit of a slope to the bottom of the green and it goes up onto the green again. If I hit a decent 9, it should be okay. You don't want to go over the back. Come on, big kick left, big kick left. It'll be okay. Because I was a bit unlucky, I could also say I should have aimed it to the right of the side of the green, not the left. I really thought we had chances then. I really thought we had chances to get on the green in the 3. Still here, got to get on the 4. There's a serious slope going back this way. Don't you not be able to see it on the camera. The camera is in some really thick bushes right now, so I can't go any further back. Sorry. Get it on the green. That's pretty good. I'd like you to roll a little bit more, but that's okay. And we'll take a 5. Very happy with that. Like I said, sometimes you get the extra shot to use, sometimes you get 2 extra shots to use. Sometimes we get a theoretical birdie, I guess, for a high handicapper, and that's good. So, hole number 10, 401 off the yellows, uphill, big expansive fairway, sort of one you probably would want to use a driver on. Okay, but we're going to carry on with the irons. Going to go 6 iron again. I think, if I remember right, it's been a while since I played the middle set of the course. You have to go up and then kind of left, so in a couple of shots we'll know where we're going. Before we get there, before I tee off, let's pop to my studio at home. I'll show you the whiteboard and we'll discuss the Cornish quest and which courses really want to be involved, which courses aren't sure, and which courses have said no. Hi everybody, welcome to the update for the Cornish quest. Now it's been a while, as I've said, whilst I was at Merlin on the course, and the reason for that is it just takes time for everyone to either say yes, no or maybe. That's literally what had to be done. I'm in my little roof studio in my house. Over there is the whiteboard and the map that originally we decided to use as a basis for this idea, but we've increased it. We found other courses that weren't listed on the map, and we've added a few extra ones in, which is fair enough. These things happen. So if you see me looking across in a minute, it's because, very quickly, spin you around on my chair, I'm looking on the screen on the computer, okay? But you're basically seeing the whiteboard. Sorry about that. Should have put a little warning on about you're going to spin around. So, right now, we listed 43 courses. I think there's a couple more actually, if you really want to dig them out, but I think some are kind of closing. So, 43 courses on our list. That's predominantly all Cornwall and a couple of other ones that are into Devon, into the Devon-Cornwall border. I think we've done pretty well. So day one, after I discussed this with you on the channel, made my ideas, I wrote the same email and I sent it out to every course. Took some finding some of the email addresses, I will say, and some bounced back and came back, and I had to find a few more different addresses and contacts to get them out there. And initially, we had a really quick reply from about 6 or 7 courses. Fantastic. Cape Cornwall down the bottom here, actually local to me, within seconds, West Cornwall within minutes. A whole bunch of them in the area, hail golf straight away, obviously. Merlin were already in because I'm a member there, and then kind of things happen slowly, things progress. Of course they're very busy, I completely understand that. Also, some people don't either get the emails, they go into spam, etc. So once we did that, and I'm waiting about a month, I decided to send out another email. So I sent out a reminder email, and that picked up a few more. Now, you might know this, but I have Asperger's. I'm on the autistic spectrum, like a lot of people are nowadays. So I struggle with phones, actually speaking to people with phones. So I prefer to actually go emails, text messages, Facebook, social media. That's why I'm doing YouTube and social media all the time. And I just wanted permission. Either yes, no, or maybe. That's literally all they had to do. They had to watch the video, yes, no, or maybe. And from there, we will then make decisions as to where we can go, when we can go, and whether it's just going to be me filming or whether it's some of the lads who take part in the channel, or whether it's even some of you. Okay? So I said it took literally until, well, actually this morning, one of the final ones came in this morning. Yelverton came in this morning because, again, that situation where they didn't look at their details on Facebook, and they said that the email didn't get to them. Well, I sent them to one part of their place, and obviously the emails had to go to another part of their place. These things happen. So they're now been changed from a maybe to a yes. Thank you very much. Now, as you know, from watching the video already, I've been trying to get in touch with St Q. St Q is kind of on the way to Bude. It's past Wadebridge. It's about 15 miles from Merlin, where I'm a home player. Went there today. No one there to speak to. I've left the messages. I've actually was brave enough to use a phone. I've left answer machine messages. I've sent emails to them. I've sent messages to their professional who is based there, but I don't think he lives in the area. And I've had no response whatsoever for 2.5 months. Still working on it, and it's a lovely little course, and I just want to go and play it. So it'd be good if we can get them on board. St Melian, well, St Melian was always going to be tough to get St Melian. You know, it has that reputation that it wants to be the best in Cornwall, and to a lot of people it probably is. I've never had a chance to play it yet on either of their courses. I did pop in and see the course manager last year and discuss the possibility, and he said he'd be thinking about it, and there'll be some changes to how they're going to promote the course and their facilities for this year, but I've not heard anything. So I sent emails out, they bounced. I sent emails to the company that runs the place, they bounced. Sent messages on Facebook, messages on LinkedIn, I sent, you name it, I sent messages. Got nowhere. I had one message come back from them to say they would, they understand that my emails have bounced and they're going to contact the person involved and to let him know that I'm interested. Heard nothing. They're a very busy course, and I fully expect the fact that it may take some time to get organised with them. That's okay. Trevose in the same way. Trevose have always been brilliant with us. They're fantastic, and they got back to us literally straight away, which is just interesting. Another big name course, but they're really quick to be in touch because they really like what we do. But again, we'll be working with them in the winter or in off season because, let's be honest, those courses are rammed to the rafters, and they're literally impossible to film anyway at the moment, even if it was possible. So that's fine. This is a long-term project. It's not going to happen over the next 3 months. Okay, literally because summer in Cornwall is a nightmare to drive around anyway. So we understand that, and that's fine. Also, there's a lot of planning to get all this done. Now, some of the courses I've played before, so I haven't. I'm really looking forward to doing that with some of the other courses and meeting some people who are part members, etc., who have wanted to see us before. We've never had a chance to go and play on some of these courses. Now, we're going to discuss that now. So let's discuss the red on the board. Okay, there's going to be some. It's never going to be 100% guaranteed that everyone will want us, and that's absolutely understandable, and it's fine. So I believe it's a small course, the other side of Bude, I believe, right at the far point of Cornwall, far end of Cornwall from me. They said no. That's the only response I got. Now, Tahiti Park, always been a tricky course to try and get involved with. Whether they feel they're a bit exclusive, I don't know. It's strange because I think we've got one, two, maybe two of our people that play on our channel are members there. We also know quite a few other people are members there. But for some reason, they just don't want cameras. I was told once I could come and play, but don't bring a camera. So I don't have any answers to why Tahiti won't let me film. Again, I do try and contact these people afterwards and ask. You don't always get an answer back. Okay, so right now, Tahiti is not on the radar. Where else we got on here? Porthpean. I could tell you a few stories about Porthpean, but that's fine. I've had some of their members come up to me and say, when are we going to film at Porthpean? Porthpean's kind of part of the triangle around St Austell. So you've got St Austell Golf Club, you've got Carlisle Bay, and you've got kind of Porthpean. They're the three, and I filmed the other two, and I popped in Porthpean on a couple of occasions. Spoke to the owner, who I must admit didn't really get what YouTube was all about. Said he didn't bother to read emails before with me, and said he'd think about it. And after various months over the years, he's said no 3 times now, and it included a no with this one. So I'm sorry if you're members there and you've asked when I'm going to film. Quite frankly, until I get permission from the owner, I won't be. Land Hydrock. Well, we all know Land Hydrock. It's been the place for my charity golf day for 2 years, but it's not this year. Maybe that has some kind of bearing. I don't know, but we've filmed there lots and lots of times before. Only this year, Graham, the owner, just said he thought he'd give it a miss this year. Fine, entirely up to them. They're the owners. And let's be honest here. I've played lots of times. You've seen it on the channel lots of times. I could literally take it off and go to the green anyway. Okay. The last one on here in red right now is Trelloy. That was an interesting one. I'd heard that Trelloy might be a bit tricky about filming. It's a small little private course, a bit like St Kew, I think, really, from what I saw of it when I went there. I did send them a couple of emails. I popped down to look at them, put a face to a name, kind of just say hello. Hopefully that was going to work. My personality obviously didn't work. I walked in, I went to give my card over. The lady was very polite. And then I said who I was. And she went, oh, it's you. Okay, not a good start. I said I sent some emails. She said she didn't have time to read emails. Then said that her husband was there, who popped his head around the corner and said, sorry, it's just not for us. And I said, oh, well, that's okay. I'm not going to charge or anything. Could you tell me why you're not interested? He said, sorry, it's just not for us. I found I was still standing there holding my business card and no one had taken it, so I left. Okay, so we won't be going to Trelloy, probably. I think that's pretty much it. Borringdon is a maybe. I think we'd end up getting Borringdon anyway. They're kind of linked with Treforn, but some of these courses are maybe is because they need to understand when we can fit around them, and that's fine. Now, just one more course on there is Truro. Truro,'s an interesting one. For the first, I mean, it's not very far away from me, let's be honest, it's down the road almost. Certainly for me, as a base in Cornwall. And again, I've known quite a few people who are members there, who have played there. Most people have played there, I've not. So it would have been an interesting one for us to go and film, and it's supposed to be a very nice place. For the first 3 years of the channel, I was told no. Then I was told yes. Or actually, I was contacted by them and said, would I come and do some filming? And I said, oh, it'd be great, do it. Then COVID happened, then he had a change of management. Then when I went back and asked them, they said, oh no, sorry. This time around, they're marked as a maybe. I put them as maybe and watching videos. That's because the manager there at the moment said he wanted to watch some of the videos before he made a decision. There's 650 plus or more videos on my channel, so pretty much you know what you're going to get. But they came back with they want to see some of the videos from the Cornish quest before they make a decision about whether they want us to film or not. My answer to that was, again, there's lots of already to see, and if I'm creating videos for the Cornish quest that you don't actually like, how will I know if you want one that's done differently? So I did say, would they like me to come down and have a chat with them? Could we have a little meeting? And I can maybe work around them and actually create something for them. Whatever they'd like me to do, we'll do, just so we can get it ticked off on the Cornish quest. Had no response. So right now, Ivy Leaf to Hiddy Park, Porthpean, Lanhydrock, Trelloy and Truro are not on the list. Okay, if your members there or anything, contact the people that run the places and maybe you can influence them a little bit. Interesting enough, I've spoken to someone who helps do the marketing for Staden Heights, who also does marketing for the Bristol, up in Bristol, funny enough. And he's already said that Bristol are interested in me coming up to film, and hopefully we'll tick off Staden Heights as well in Devon, which will be good. There's some other courses that actually want us that aren't in the Cornish quest. So again, it's going to be very busy. Well, it's going to be very busy at least a year, I think, with all the other ones that want to come in. The only one I haven't added on here right now is Penwith Pitch and Putt, which is a bit, because it's quirky. I love Penwith Pitch and Putt because it's just down the road, it's in Hale. And we've filmed it before a few times, but I thought if I put the pitch and putts in, suddenly we get a whole load more. Holywell Bay is on this because it's not just a pitch and putt, it's a par 3 course as well. But right now, this is what it is. You'll get to see as many of these courses as I can, either definitely with me being playing or filming, and hopefully with some of the lads. But Neil needs to get a bit fitter. Again, he's been injured. I know Nick wants to be involved, Steve Treby wants to be involved, John Eva wants to be involved, Mr. Specsavers, and a few other people. So there'll be other people involved. And if you want any of the ex-Buccaneers or people that have been on the channel involved before, let me know. Put comments below and say, can we get someone back on the channel? We'll get them on. Okay, we'll invite them back. Also, some of these courses will have some people that we've never seen on the channel before, but are kind of know the courses more. Okay, Darren will be back. Darren will be definitely back. He's certainly going to be involved in a lot around the Devon-Cornwall border area. So that's it for now. I bought a drone. I know I bought a drone. It's arriving this weekend, so a bit of practice with that. Hopefully that will change, again, the aspect of the sort of things we're making videos of and how we're going to do the videoing from now on. I'm going to have a meeting with some of the lads on the channel, but off the top of my head, I'd like to kind of do a course vlog in some way, probably fairly quickly, like Texas Scrambles, etc. But I'd also maybe like to do a promotional style video of the place at the same time, so you get to see a bit more of not just us playing golf, but the facilities, what it looks like, food, etc. on whichever courses actually want us to do that and when we've got time, weather, etc. So I'm going to pass you back to myself at Merlin, and let's go play a few decent shots. Well, 1 or 2 anyway. See you on the Cornish quest very soon. Oh, a little bit to the left. Safe enough, safe enough. So, hope you enjoyed the little interlude. I've just ordered a drone, so I need to do a little bit of practice with that, give myself a couple of lessons, watch some YouTube channel, and hopefully that'll add a new dimension to some of the things we're doing on it, on the Cornish quest. I'm not sure what's going to happen with the courses that don't want to be involved, but hopefully we'll try and get on them at some point. Let's just do the rest first. Let's encourage other people, hopefully, to come aboard as well. Let's keep going. Okay, so we're not quite where we want to be. A little bit tight on the left hand side. So I'm going to go 7 iron, get over this stuff, and hopefully we can see where we're going. Yep. Yeah, so that's where we need to be. Okay, so we're still a long way out. I played very safe and ended up going far too to the right. Still on the fairway, but theoretically if I'd have gone straight over all that rubbish, would have been a lot closer. Still, good crack on. We're going with a 5 iron now, I feel a bit under pressure. You've got to get close enough to get near the green for the next shot. Start to come off, but it's banding down the hill. It'll be fine. Okay, so we're 100 yards out, a bit further than I wanted. I'm going with a soft 8. Bounce and roll, bounce and roll. There's a little dip there, so we won't be far off. Okay, so we made it onto the green. As I said, it could sort of gently bob it down and just roll onto the green. Still a long way away. We theoretically need to get this in 2. Still be okay. No, that's not bad. Five, 3, 10. So, a 6, considering the fact we're a little bit on the edge and played very safe on the second shot, that's okay. Carry on. Sometimes when you play this game, no matter what level you are, it's not about trying to be the best you can be, it's just about going out and enjoying it and playing a kind of little mini game amongst yourselves. So I'm here today just playing this kind of game, probably learning about my irons more, which I need to do. Maybe that's what high handicappers need to do more often. Learn about their irons, they're going to use them more than most. Learn about their short game, 100 yards in, learn about their putting. Got to love a wind turbine. We don't have proper windmills in this country, but we do have a lot of turbines, certainly in Cornwall. You'll see a lot of them when you're actually here on the course around the hills. This one I think actually belongs to the club. Helps pay for their electricity. Okay, relatively short par 4. I think just over 300 yards. 2 good iron shots should get you somewhere near the green, in theory. You still have that consistency. Went over the rubbish, probably going to roll downhill. We'll find out that. Could be okay. Okay, so a bit too much to the right, I can't see the green, so I'm going to try and knock a 7 iron down, but it's near the green on the front edge. That's perfect, that'll do. So call it members privilege really, but that's all the rubbish that you were going to get in if you just got over that tree and didn't get the distance. And then if you got a little bit too far to the right, there's more stuff that's very difficult to get out of. So we are here. I'm going to putt it up the slope. Okay, so getting up the slope is the important bit. Just at the top, so it then rolls enough to get near the flag. That's not bad, I don't think. Oh, okay. About 8 feet, 9 feet. Take it early day of the week. Another good hole. Irons, irons, irons. Of course the weather, remember, it's very dry right now. So irons are going further than you expect. Okay, hole number 12, 179 yards. It's a long way for me with an iron. Normally I'll be using a 7-wood or even a fairway wood. So, happen I need the driver here. Let's just get a bit closer. Okay, a little bit to the right. Oh, big hit to the right, but we're okay. We're in play. Get from there. Okay, so about 80 yards out. Get a bit closer, we're near the green. With the bunker on the way out there. It's not bad. Oh, just above the bunker, around the bunker. Missed the bunker. That's okay. So, we'll finish off, we'll get to the car and have a little think about what happened today. Oh, happy with that in the end. Yeah. So, what did we learn today? I think I learned I don't need all the woods in the bag right now, as long as I can get consistent with my irons and my short game. And putting will save me from time to time. But if you don't panic, you use the shots you got, and you just try and knock down your score a little bit every time, or just be the same and a little bit every time, you're getting better. And that's the important thing. Don't try and thrash the ball as hard as possible with a driver and get it in the rough. Keep it in play. Keep the ball in play and you'll be okay. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I hope you're going to enjoy the Cornish quest. We're going to do a what's in the bag next, I think, just to show you what I'm going to be mostly playing on the Cornish quest, and there'll be a couple of changes in the fullness of time probably. But for now, thanks so much for watching. Thank you for your patience. Cornish quest is on its way. Can't wait. 30 plus courses and a few that are still saying no. Bye everybody.